Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new, very special FIFA 18 play review. Let's take a look at the 93 rated Prime Icon Ruud Gullit. That's right, one of the craziest looking items on the game. Those are some insane stats, including 91 shooting and 91 passing. Well, 90 physical as well, and the rest of the stats look amazing as well. He is 6'3" with high medium work rates, right-footed, but that doesn't matter. He's got that perfect 5-star weak foot, and of course the awesome 4-star skills. So the first team that I've got here is playing Gullit as a centre forward, which is what the default is for this particular version, in a false 9 team. We got the likes of second in form Lozano. We also have versions of Rijkaard and Overmars, fellow Dutch icons on this game. But of course, Ruud Gullit can fit in perfectly here in the cam spot of my absolute mega squad. He deserves to be there as well. One of the most, well, a good word to describe him is mega. One of the craziest players on this game for sure. Plays at cam with the 94 Ronaldinho and 96 R9 up front. So moving on into the in-game stats. These are some of the best in-games that I think we'll see from any player all year. It's just ridiculous how good Gullit looks. Even on basic chemistry style where you're getting little boosts all over the place, I think that's a perfectly viable option for this guy. But today I've gone with the engine chem style. I noticed that this particular version of Gullit is slightly slower than the 90 and also doesn't seem to be as agile, so it's definitely an area of his game that I wanted to boost. So I've gone with the agility and balance and the acceleration and sprint speed of using an engine chem style over anything else, or as opposed to leaving him on basic for today. But those right there are the in-game stats. It's time to move on to the clips and I can talk a little bit more about this player, and we can talk about positives and negatives. Now, the only real thing that I can think about that isn't great about this Gullit is the fact that his agility is a little bit lower. You know, with that +5 boost with our chemistry style today, we've got him up to 83, which I would say is average or just ever so slightly above average. It's not amazing. You know, to be honest, I don't really feel like a 6'3" player like Gullit should necessarily feel agile, but I noticed that he didn't turn quite as well as maybe the 90 rated version did for me. And that's just someone that's used the 90 rated version an awful lot this year, and those were my first impressions with this 93 rated item. But that's the only thing that I can think of that's not absolutely amazing for this Gullit, because in every other area, he is absolutely outstanding. Yeah, he's not quite as quick as the 90. Did I really notice that? Not one bit. You know, a couple of pace stats is not going to make much of a difference in my opinion. And he still felt like once he gets up to speed, he is so difficult to stop. He's very, very quick once he is fully up to speed, and my God, it's going to take some stopping. It's going to take one of the better centre-backs on the game to really bring him to a halt. Now, the first thing you really notice whilst getting into game with a Gullit like this is that he's tall and strong. You know, he's 6'3", he's got that crazy haircut as well, which seems to add to it, or it seems to add to his physical, and of course he is very, very strong. His sprint speed, like we mentioned earlier, was absolutely fantastic. Getting him up to speed, he's tough to stop. Ball control and dribbling. He actually takes the ball in insanely well and moves with it decently as well. So although he may not be able to turn like Messi or something like that, he's not that agile, he still does weave through defenders well. And actually those long touches where you're changing direction as you sprint and stuff is what I would definitely recommend using with a player like Gullit. And then of course, don't forget, he has the skill moves at his disposal, the 4-star skills to be able to create space of his own by using like the chops and spins that are most usable in this game, like the Giovinco spin, the Berber spin, those types of stuff. He's very good at using those sorts of skill moves, and they execute really well. You know, he's tall enough and he's got long enough legs that he comes out of a Berber spin and can get to that touch without having to take a couple of extra steps, which I like. Some players aren't necessarily able to do that. Also, he's great at passing. You know, this Ruud Gullit placed in the cam position, I think would be absolute perfection, just because he's got the passing stats. He will pick out those key threaded through balls to your strikers. They can then deal the damage, or of course, if he's left out there on the edge of the box and he receives the ball, you've always got a viable option in just absolutely belting it into the top corner, because once again, Gullit's shooting is just nuts. You know, long shots with the power that he gets behind the ball, very, very accurate. A lot of the shots I found went in off the post, which is, you know, just goes to show you kind of how accurate they are. They're going right in the corner. The goalkeeper has got to fully get down if he's going to save that ball. Of course, having a 5-star weak foot is a complete and utter game changer for a player like this. You know, not only is he going to receive the ball, get on his strong foot and take a shot, he could also drop a shoulder, duck to the left, and then bang it in just as easily with the left foot as well, which I find mind-blowing. That's what takes this player from a great player to just probably the best player on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. So there you have it, guys. An absolute all-rounder, just fantastic player on this game. Someone that you could play at CDM, someone that you could play at striker, and anywhere in between. So let me know, guys, is Prime Gullit right for your Ultimate Team? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.